mister. He's a doctor. Ain't you, mister?
Yes, that's right. And you're one of the O'Sullivan boys, aren't you? But which one? I always get you mixed up.
Leo Sullivan.
Leo Sullivan.
Boys, some orange squash here for you. You haven't done the wheels. You don't get paid until I'm satisfied. Morning, Tom.
Morning. Don't be fooled by the orange squash. They'll probably charge you for it.
Does he know her, then? Of course he knows her. They were married, weren't they? Oh. My dad says she took him to the cleaners when they got divorced.
Ah, hello, Mrs. Fletcher. Why are you standing here?
The door's locked.
Well, it shouldn't be. It's not like Louise to be late. I hope I've got my keys. How are you anyway, Mrs. Fletcher? Is the leg any better?
Well, standing out here isn't doing it any good.
I suppose it is.
I hope you don't charge for the orange squash.
Make yourself comfortable, Mrs. Fletcher. I shan't keep you a minute.
Yes?
I've come to see the doctor about my bronchitis.
The surgery is round the side, Mr. Davenport. I've told you before.
I've got an appointment.
It's round the side. Round the side. Come on. Don't forget your squash, boys. This way.
Oh, I am sorry I'm late. I had an important phone call just as I was leaving.
Don't worry, Louise. I've only been here a few minutes myself.
Tom, I need to talk to you rather urgently.
Oh. Hello?
Sorry to bother you, Tom. Have you started your surgery yet?
No, I was just about to.
Oh, good.
Oh. Sorry, Louise. It looks like I'm going to get a visit from Lucretia Borgia.
Oh, well, we'll talk after surgery. Charles will be back from his rounds, and I'd like to talk to both of you.
Louise, you're not leaving us, are you?
No, nothing quite so drastic.
Oh, thank heavens for that.
Give me a buzz when you want the first patient.
Right. Yes, Helen. What can I do for you?
Tom, will you kindly make sure all your patients know where the surgery is? It's extremely irritating when they constantly come to my door.
It happens once in a blue moon.
It's happened twice this week. That awful Mr. Davenport.
That's because he's an old man.
I wouldn't mind so much if he didn't insist on groping me.
He's also a dirty old man. Yes?
By the way, I don't charge little boys for their orange squash. I'm not that mean.
Oh, yes. It's my little joke.
Not very funny. Oh, that's your mother. I'm just talking to Tom. I'm taking her to my dance class.
Shouldn't leave the front door open. Anybody could... Hello, darling.
Hello, Mum.
How nice to see you two having a little chat.
Yes, Helen often pops in to talk at me. I mean, talk to me.
She's going to take me to her dance class.
Lovely.
I thought we'd come back here for lunch. I've invited a few chums. Harvey said he'd try and pop in.
Oh, lovely.
Yes, yeah. Well, excuse me, Mum. I better get on with my surgery.
Yes, of course, darling. Helen, I've asked those two little boys to wash my car, too. I've offered them £1. Do you think that's enough?
Angela, you're too generous. I was only going to give them 50p.
I was only going to give them 50p.
Hello, Louise. Any messages?
Did you call in on Mrs. Askew?
No, I thought I'd leave the old dear till this afternoon. She generally has a rest in the morning.
Oh, in that case, don't bother.
What?
Gone to our daughters.
I thought you were telling me she'd snuffed it.
Charles, can I have a word with you and Tom before I go?
Oh, yes, of course. Is Tom here? Didn't see his car. Hi, Tom. Hi. Thought I'd missed you. Where's your car?
Oh, miles down the road. Someone very kindly parked their car in the doctor's bay. You know how uncooperative dear Helen is about my parking in the drive.
Oh, she lets me park now.
Oh, yes, of course. This is her house. My ex-wife can choose who can park in my ex-drive.
Ludicrous. We pay enough rent for this surgery.
Parking is at the discretion of the landlord. It's in the lease, as drafted by Harvey F. Kramer. He's allowed to park in the drive.
I know. I've just blocked him in.
You too busy?
Yes, you want to have a word with us, don't you? Louise wants to have a word with us.
Yes, you said.
Yeah.
Well, what is it?
Well, I'm afraid I need a little time off. I have to go to Greenham Common. What, to visit my daughter? She lives there. Well, people do live there, you know.
Yes, I suppose they do, yes.
Yes, of course.
Yeah, well, she has to go into hospital for a minor op, and she needs me to look after the children.
Of course. No problem.
Absolutely. When do you want to go?
Today. Well, now, really, I know it's short notice.
Well, don't worry, Louise. Your grandchildren must come first. Yes. And remember, you can stay as long as you have to.
As long as you like.
Well, yeah, that's what I meant. As long as you like.
Off you go.
Thanks. I'm sorry. I hope you can manage.
Of course we'll manage, won't we, Charles?
Yes, of course we'll manage. Off you go.
Bye.
Bye.
How will we manage?
God knows. Oh, yeah, one more thing. The appointments book.
Ah, yes. You see, we have a system. The patients are booked in at 10-minute intervals.
Yes, but some consultations take longer.
Yeah, well, some are shorter.
Yeah, so we find things even themselves out, don't we, Charles?
Yes.
Now, you see, Louise is done tomorrow, and Thursday's pretty full, but you could still fit a few more people in on Friday. Yeah. And, well, you'll soon get the hang of it.
What about evenings?
That Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, so there's no evening surgery tonight.
But I think we can manage evenings. They're normally much lighter.
No, I'll be here.
It's awfully good of you, Angela.
Now then, let me recap. The first appointment is at 9 o'clock. Would you like me here at 8:30?
Well, 8:30, quarter to 9's fine.
But only if it's convenient.
No, I shall be here at 8:30. Then I sort out the patient's medical cards in order of appointments, which I put in your office on your desk in the consulting room.
You see, Mr. Smith first, and then Mr. Greenwood.
Yes, Tom, I can read.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I'm on duty tomorrow morning, so I'll try and come in a little early.
No, Charles, no, you come to your normal time. I'll manage perfectly.
It's frightfully good of you.
You really have helped us out of a jam.
You know, I'm really looking forward to it. I'd have loved to help your father like this, but he'd never let me. I don't know why he was so old-fashioned about wives working.
We'll pay you, of course.
Oh, nonsense.
Oh, of course.
No, nonsense. I get more than enough from your father. Now, what about keys?
Louise has walked off with the keys. Look, you better have mine. There are 3 keys, and they all double lock. This one's for the surgery, straightforward. And then these 2, they're for the front door out there. And that's it.
That's fine. All very straightforward. Well, since you're free this evening, what about coming back and having dinner with me?
Well, I'm not exactly free.
Tom is entertaining this evening.
Yeah, Dad's going to a dermatologist too, and, well, I've invited Madeline round.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah, well, why don't you join us?
What a lovely idea. What time shall I come?
I don't know, 8:15.
I'm just joking. I'm sorry. Oh, two's company and all that, you see.
As I can assure you, it's nothing to worry about, Lady Greyshot. It's just a common cold sore.
But where did I get it? You know how fastidious I am, Dr. Latimer. How did I pick it up?
Well, who knows, Lady Greyshot? It's an airborne virus.
Oh, well, my husband did fly back from the United States. They do say that a lot of these things come from America.
And I hardly think that is likely.
No, I suppose not.
No.
After all, he did fly first class.
Now, I've prescribed a particularly good lotion. Now, if you just apply a little at night, it'll sting, but only for a few moments. And it should clear up in a few days.
You're sure it isn't what it says in this newspaper article that I showed you?
Oh, no. No, that's something quite different. Miss Forbes will show you out.
Thank you so much, Dr. Latimer. Goodbye, Dr. Latimer.
Goodbye, Lady Greyshot. And don't forget, if you have any problems, don't hesitate to call me.
Thank you so much.
Yes. Goodbye. Amanda, will you come back in a moment?
Okay.
Yep. You know, it's very interesting. The rush of appointments we get after an article like that appears in the newspapers.
Oh, you're very busy tomorrow.
Oh, really? Oh. God bless the popular press. Now, Madeline, would you go down to the cleaners and pick up my dinner jacket? I've got to go to this dermatologist's do tonight.
Of course, Dr. Latimer.
Mind you, I don't feel like going. For 2 pins, I'd give it a miss.
Oh, you must go. You have to. Well, you are a leading dermatologist.
Yes. Yes, you're absolutely right.
Fantastique. Delia Smith. Ha.
Oh, wait, that looks nice.
So do you.
Smells nice, too.
So do you.
You know, Tom, you don't have to wait for me to go out before you invite Madeline round.
Well, you know what they say. Two's company and all that.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. I mean, for goodness sake, if you want to be alone with Madeline, or anybody else, just let me know and I'll make myself scarce.
Yes, but because she works for you, she does find it a bit, you know, a bit difficult.
Yes, well, she shouldn't. I felt a bit foolish when I found out that you'd been seeing each other secretly behind my back. But, of course, I appreciate that Madeline's professional and private life are totally separate. And I certainly don't want you to feel that you've got to wait for me to go out before you can ask her here.
Well, thanks, Dad. I'll tell her.
Good. I mean, you must treat the flat as your own.
Yeah, it is my own.
Yeah, well, yes, you know what I mean. And I'm living here because of your generosity. And I promise I won't impose on you forever.
Dad, you don't have to say another word. Mwah. By the way, did I tell you that Mum's coming to work for me for a week?
She's what?
Yeah, Louisa's got to go and look after her grandchildren, so Mum's coming to work for us for a week or so.
I don't want your mother working for you. What? Or for anybody else, for that matter. She has never had to work all our married life, and she is not starting now. She has never had to rely on other people for money, least of all her own son.
It's all right, Dad. We're not paying her. She says she gets enough from you. Count yourself lucky. I wish my ex-wife had a job instead of faffing about with dance classes and shopping and lunches and health clubs.
Your mother is not my ex-wife, and she doesn't have to work.
I know she doesn't have to work. She knows she doesn't have to work. God, you're so patriarchal. Maybe that's what's wrong with your marriage.
There is nothing wrong with our marriage. We're just living apart. For the moment.
For the moment? So you admit that you might get back together again?
We might. I haven't decided.
He hasn't decided. He hasn't decided.
Yeah, well, maybe I put that badly. But you see, that's why he doesn't want to make a move to find his own place. Deep down, he wants to come back to you. So I was thinking, knowing how he doesn't want you to work, maybe you shouldn't work.
Firstly, Tom, I'm not so sure that I want him back. Secondly, he can mind his own business. And thirdly, I'll be there at 8:30 tomorrow morning.
And what's more, he's chauvinistic, intolerant.
Impatient.
Impatient. Yes, but for all his faults, he's not a bad old stick.
He can be extremely generous.
I know. But I can see why Mum finds him impossible to live with. He's unbelievably contrary. I mean, earlier this evening, he was so considerate about you and me.
I'm so glad we told him about us. I feel so much more relaxed.
So do I. Hi, Dad.
two.
Hi.
Nice evening?
Lovely.
Good. I won't disturb you. You know what they say, two's company, and all that. What?
Yeah. Yeah. Night.
Night-night.
Good night, Dr. Latimer.
Oh, Madeline, surgery hours are from 9 till 5. Call me Toby.
Night, Toby.
Good night.
Night.
See what I mean? It's not a bad old stick. Dad!
Yeah?
Breakfast!
Right.
Hello?
You haven't found a gold earring, have you? When I got home last night, I discovered I'd lost one.
I haven't seen it, darling. You better come up and have a look.
Tom, there aren't any towels in here.
I know, they're all clean. I took them to the laundrette.
Could I have one, please?
Yeah, they're outside the door.
Thanks.
Hi. Thanks for a lovely evening.
Not at all. Hope you find your earring. Ah, the eggs. Have a look under the put-you-up.
Oh, that's better.
Dad, one egg or two?
Oh, two, please.
Right. Terrific!
Morning, Dr. Latimer. Oh, I mean, Toby. You're right, Tom. It was under the bed.
Great.
Morning, Doctor.
Morning.
Madeline's already here. Bright and early she was. Mind you, Doctor, she's looking a bit tired. I think you're working her too hard.
And what is more, Madeline, your blatant behavior has placed me in a most invidious position. After all, I know your parents. And whilst I have made every effort to keep our professional and private life apart, why, good Lord, I've even let you call me Toby. You have made no attempt whatsoever to keep it private. Now, I've not said anything to Tom, but I do think that the two of you should talk about it and consider whether your behavior might be a little more discreet. Be aware of other people's sensibilities. In fact, I think you would both do well to remember the old adage, what the eye doesn't see, the heart won't grieve about.
Oh, shut up, you old windbag. Even if I had stayed the night, Dr. Latimer, I don't consider it's any of your bloody business.
How are you sleeping, Mr. Burton? Any problems in that department?
Oh, I sleep all right, Doctor. Deep sleep. I dream a lot, you know.
Oh, it's a sign of an active mind.
It's active, all right. I wake up exhausted. You know, I dream the same dream night after night. It's getting me down.
Well, recurring dreams are very common. Excuse me. Yes, Louise? I mean Angela.
There's a Dr. Green on the telephone from Preston. He wants to know if you're going to attend the conference tomorrow.
Yes, definitely. Tell him I'll be on the 7:45 from Euston. Gets in at 10:32.
Okay.
Yes, as I was saying, these recurring dreams are very common. Sorry. Yes, Angela?
I just had a thought, Charles. You don't think Louise would mind me wearing her white coat, do you?
No! No, it's absolutely fine. Don't worry, Angela.
Oh, good.
Yes, well, these recurring dreams are nothing to worry about. And, can you tell me what your dreams are about?
Oh, yeah, clear as a bell. As you know, Doctor, the wife and I are flying to Australia in a couple of weeks to see my sister.
Yes, you must be looking forward to that.
Oh, yeah. Trip of a lifetime. Well, in this dream of mine, I'm on the aeroplane, you see, alone.
Well, your wife's not there.
Well, nobody's there. I'm on this great big jumbo, all of me Todd, and not another passenger in sight.
Well, clearly, this exciting trip to Australia has been preying on your mind a little.
Yeah, but you see...
And you are worried that for some reason or another, your wife is going to miss the plane.
No, I'm finished yet, Doctor. There's more.
Oh?
You see, I'm on this 747, enjoying my complimentary in-flight drink.
Still on your own?
Yeah, still on my own. And this stewardess, she comes along and she says, would I like to go up front and visit the cockpit? Well, of course, I say yes, and off I go. And there, in the captain's seat, in full uniform, peak cap, scrambled egg the lot, is my wife. She's flying the plane. Yeah, that's not all. She's got a moustache.
Moustache?
Yeah, not a great big RAF handlebar job, but there's definitely something there. I mean, you can see it. See, it's a strange dream, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, as I say, either subconsciously or consciously, you are excited by this trip to Australia and, understandably, a little worried. And this has created stress, and that, in its turn, has caused these headaches which you came to see me about today.
Right, yeah.
But there is absolutely nothing physically wrong.
Oh.
As a matter of fact, you have the blood pressure of a young, pregnant woman. No, that's absolutely fine.
Oh.
And I am convinced that once you and Mrs. Burton are on the plane... excuse me. Yes?
Would you like another cup of tea, Charles?
No, I'm absolutely fine. Thank you.
Oh, good.
Angela?
Yes?
Tom hasn't come back from his rounds yet, has he?
No, not yet.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, Tom, yeah, that's the doctor I usually have.
Yes. Well, as I say, I'm sure that once you and Mrs. Burton are on the plane, these headaches will disappear.
And the dreams.
And the dreams.
Yeah.
And the moustache.
Well, I've already fitted in a few extra people this morning. Well, I suppose you better come along. I don't think one more will matter. I expect Dr. Cartwright can see you. Yes, goodbye. Oh, hello, darling. Now then, who's ready for more tea?
It has been chaos. Utter chaos. I mean, she's well-meaning, Tom. She's lovely, but she's going to have to go. We'll get someone from an agency.
Oh, what am I going to do, Charles? I can't get rid of her. She's my mother. You tell her.
Well, I can't.
Why not?
She's your mother. Yes. Oh, hello, Madeline. Yes, he is.
Hello, darling. You've done what?
Well, it seems I've jumped to the wrong conclusions. I'm sorry, Tom. I'm such an idiot.
Yes.
I did send Madeline some flowers and a letter of apology.
I know. I spoke to her. I've smoothed things over.
I wish there was something else I could do.
Well, give it a few days.
Yeah.
Actually, Dad, there is something you could do.
Yeah?
Ask Mum to come and work for you.
What?
Until Madeline comes back.
Why?
Well, to begin with, you'd show her that you don't object to her working.
Oh. Yeah. All right.
And, also, you'd be doing me a great favor.
And so, you see, darling, I really would appreciate it. You'd be getting me out of quite a spot.
Well, I'd like to help you, Toby, but it wouldn't be fair. Tom did ask me first, and he really does need me. Don't you, Tom?
Yep.
Sorry, darling. I'll go and organize some drinks.
Well, I tried.
I'm so gagged you've come. Can you open up? I've lost my keys. Can't find them anywhere.
But I haven't got any keys. You've got mine. Charles has got the only other set, and he's in Preston.
Oh, Lord.
Oh, Mum.
Hang on.
Oh, yes, and could you give St. Mary's a ring and see what's happened to Mrs. Fletcher's blood sample? I think I need a bit of chivying up.
Right.
OK. Ready for the first one?
That's Mr. Webber.
Splendid. By the way, Mum, thanks a million. I don't know what I would have done without you.
Angela, I don't think we need to give them tea.
Oh, it's such a miserable day. Mr. Webber? Ah.
Thank you very much.
Come along.
More tea, anyone?
Sorry, mister. He ain't a mister. He's a doctor. Ain't you, mister?
Yes, that's right. And you're one of the O'Sullivan boys, aren't you? But which one? I always get you mixed up.
Leo Sullivan.
Leo Sullivan.
Boys, some orange squash here for you. You haven't done the wheels. You don't get paid until I'm satisfied. Morning, Tom.
Morning. Don't be fooled by the orange squash. They'll probably charge you for it.
Does he know her then? Of course he knows her. They were married, weren't they? Oh. My dad says she took him to the cleaners when they got divorced.
Ah, hello, Mrs. Fletcher. Why are you standing here?
That door's locked.
Well, it shouldn't be. It's not like Louise to be late. I hope I've got my keys. How are you anyway, Mrs. Fletcher? Is the leg any better?
Well, standing out here isn't doing it any good.
I suppose it is.
I hope you don't charge for the orange squash.
Make yourself comfortable, Mrs. Fletcher. I shan't keep you a minute.
Yes?
I've come to see the doctor about my bronchitis.
The surgery is round the side, Mr. Davenport. I've told you before.
I've got an appointment.
It's round the side. Round the side. Come on. Don't forget your squash, boys. This way.
Oh, I am sorry I'm late.